I don't think anybody will disagree with me when I state that the worst home video format for camcorders ever was VHS C. It was an absolute garbage format that should never have existed, and the only people that really loved it was the people that drunk the JVC Kool-Aid. It was a horrible format, horrible picture quality, especially in the EP speed, and the tapes themselves were, well, they left a lot to be desired. They were tacky little plastic things. In this video, I'm going to fix a broken VHS C tape. As you can see, the tape is, well, it's broken. I went to transfer this tape, only to find that, well, I couldn't because the tape is missing. I know the tape's in there, it's just, it's missing, it's broken. I haven't opened one of these things up in years, so I figured I would show you guys what goes on inside one of these. I don't know if I've ever done a video on fixing a VHS C tape or not, but it's been a while since I've been into one. So I figured I would give you guys a look inside of these little piece of crap tape that should never ever ever have existed. Worst format ever. Okay, so I get the screws out, and will this thing pop open? I forget whether there's anything else that holds these things shut. I have a sneaking suspicion that there is, but they're not like a 8mm tape where they just pop apart easily. That's why I'm going through the motions here. There's a clip that held it in place. Okay, we rip the thing apart and have stuff fall out of it. Guides and pins and posts and stuff. The tape in here, this one's crunched, as you can see, pretty good. We're gonna, I forget how this threads around on these things. I think it's like that. And this reel comes out. There's nothing that locks the tape reels on these like on 8mm. Again, this is a poor excuse for a tape. VHS C should never ever, in my opinion, it should never have existed. You know, we already had a good camcorder format, 8mm, but JVC wanted to be JVC and just create more market confusion and bring out this tape that said, with their advertising slogan, "Will its tapes play in my VCR?" That was their, remember their slogan? Or was that Panasonic? I think it was JVC's and Panasonic's. They had the lady at the electronics store looking at cameras, and she would say, "Will its tape play in my VCR?" And the salesman would say, "Well, no, it won't." Oh, and then she would go and buy the other crap. This has got to go through here somehow. I forget how these go. I don't think it's like that because there's a little pad here that goes around this way. I think it goes around like that. And then I could be wrong. Because the tape gets pulled out of this cassette when it's in an adapter. See, I don't really care about the about this thing ever going in a camera again. This tape is going to get transferred, and then it's going to get, I'm sure, thrown in the garbage. Like the majority of the tapes that I transfer for clients, that once they've had their tape transferred, it goes on the other side of this white idler. Kind of, I think it goes like that, if I'm not mistaken. It goes around kind of. You know, these things are a piece of crap. It goes around one roller and then around the other, in between the two. Junk. Just junk. Okay, that's not quite the right way to do it. I'm pretty sure it had to go around. It goes around this side and through here, if I'm not mistaken. It's just I don't want to damage the tape trying to get it around that stupid roller. I mean, the tape's already got a section missing in it. This could be the end of the recording. One of the big problems with this stupid format was that I think it went like that, and then it goes between these two. Take that one out of there for now. just so I can get it around here. And then this one goes back in. That's how, pretty sure that's how it went. That way when it's in a camera it would pull it out like that, and if it's put in the adapter it pulls it that way. Anyway, it's a format that should never have existed. It was brought out because JVC realized that they had lost the camcorder battle, that Sony had a much better product in 8mm, and because nobody wanted to carry around a full-size VHS machine or full-size VHS camera. So they came up with this little piece of crap garbage format to basically confuse the market. And they did a good job with that. Some people bought into this crap and bought these crappy little cameras. So when I get that on to try to hold the shell together so that nothing else falls apart while I trim the tape. There. Whoops. Now that stupid pin fell out. Yeah, damn it. I'm going to trim this tape before I trim the adhesive off here, the excess adhesive, before I pull this thing apart again and try putting that pin back in. Not that it really even matters, because I'm going to transfer this over, and once I've done transferring it, this tape will never see a VCR again. It's going to go through my machine and that's it. Now I know everyone's going to say, oh, but you should keep your tapes just in case something happens to your digital files. You should never throw out your archive. Someone's going to say that, I know it, but the truth to the matter is most people don't do that. Once they've had their stuff digitized, it's the original tapes are just disposed of because people don't want to store them. And the same thing with most people with movie films, right? The old Super 8 and 8mm movie films. The vast majority of people, once they had them transferred over to digital, just took their films and tossed them. I've had people tell me to toss their films for them. They say, can you get rid of this for me? And I say, no, you can just put it in the garbage yourself. I don't want to be the one responsible if something happens to their digital copy, which did happen just recently. I had a client that I transferred all of her tapes to USB, a big USB stick. I think it was 128 gig USB stick. And she calls me up just about a week ago in a panic because even though I tell everybody, when you get home, go to your computer, make a backup copy, and copy it. Make a backup. Copy it to the hard drive. Don't keep it on the memory stick and rely on that as being something that's going to last you forever. Because we all know what can happen with digital memory. It can be gone in a blink. And that is exactly what happened. Somebody unplugged the USB stick while it was playing and corrupted all the files. So I got a panic call from a customer hoping I had a backup copy for her to make a copy, and I had to explain to her that I don't store your personal footage. For privacy reasons. When I make a digital copy of a recording, it goes onto the media that they want it on, whether it's a portable hard drive or a USB stick or a DVD. Some people still want DVDs, and I recommend DVD as a backup, but a lot of times people are too cheap to spend a few extra bucks and have a second copy made. They just want the one USB stick, and in this case, somehow she managed to clobber the files on a USB stick, so when she plugs it into her computer, it says, "This stick is not formatted. Do you want to format?" I told her to bring me the USB stick, and I'll see whether I can find anything on it. Hopefully it hasn't been damaged. But apparently it was unplugged from a device while it was playing, and when they plugged it back in, all the files are gone. Oh well, I may end up having to redo I think there was 10 tapes. I may end up having to redo 10 tapes because if I can't recover the files, that's about the only thing I can do. And that's why I tell people, don't throw your tapes out. Hang on to your tapes, but so say 9 out of 10 don't listen. They just toss them. Anyway, that's how you fix a VHS tape or VHS C tape that's damaged. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.